Hey yo, it's your boy Monster Man Rocco.
It's your boy Swagger Rock.
This is Snack the Ripper.
If you rap for those who don't know.
This is Master Ace. You are now rocking with the best. Breaking Records Radio.
Breaking Records, man.
Breaking Records Radio.
Breaking Records Radio.
Breaking Records.
Breaking Records.
Breaking Records Radio. Let's go.
Breaking Records Radio.
Press 5-9, check Breaking Records Radio.
Breaking Records, man. Radio is like the place to be. I don't fuck strange music, man.
Yeah, even the artists that you mentioned that maybe aren't able to make a living, at the very least they've been able to garner respect in the field and kind of hone in on that over time. And like a lot of respects, so people like Breeze Everflowing or Last Emperor, for example. Those people are very, very well respected in the underground circles.
Yeah, definitely. You're not going to bring those names up and people are going to be like, they're going to always be like, oh yeah, they're going to acknowledge that.
Fucking dope all the time, yeah.
Right.
So what are you currently working on?
I'm working on a project right now called Bonnie and Hyde. It's me and my wife because I had mentioned she's an original live musician. So we're doing an album from beginning to end, no sample free, all live instruments, mostly played by her. We may bring in a guitarist or a celloist or a cellist or something like that to come in and play some shit, but for the most part, it's all her doing the original piano, and we'll do some unique shit like have her play piano or play keyboard live and then sample it. So, to give it that effect, and then maybe add like a record crackle into it and just give it that edge. And so we're doing some real experimental creative shit. And I had dropped our first single for it. Yes, it's Darkness. So that's her on the hook. She sings too, so you'll hear her on the hook in the intro, and she's playing the original piano and I think the bass line.
That's a really dope cut. It's really interesting that you mentioned it's kind of a collaborative project with you and your wife, because that song specifically does focus a lot more on instrumentation than, say, a typical like Mr. Hyde song, right? There's long periods of time. I don't think you end up coming in until probably the second half of that song.
Right. Yeah, she kind of does the first verse of singing.
Yeah, fair enough.
It's almost like that back in the day that Mary J. Grand Poobah song, right? Like what's the 411 hun, where Mary J's actually has a verse. She's singing her verse, and then the Grand Poobah comes in rapping. It's kind of like that, but all live instruments and dark. Obviously, it's like a dark themes. So the whole album's like that, and it's very eclectic, from the instrumentalization to the sounds, like the tones and the speeds and everything of each track. Every song sounds different, so it's all different types of piano and keyboard and instruments.
So when do you'll hear
there's more to come.
When do you expect to put that out?
I'm trying to drop that on our anniversary, which is November 24th, which would be kind of hot to drop it on our anniversary, Bonnie and Hyde shit. So yeah.
Super dope. And I assume there's going to be physical releases for that as well, in terms of like CD and maybe vinyl or tape, or how do you feel about vinyl and tape nowadays? Because I know you don't put out a whole lot.
Back in the day, Barn of the Naked Dead had a limited vinyl run. I think it was 500, and very rare. I don't think I pressed vinyl again. Well, I did a single.
Yeah, you did the 12-inch, yeah.
There's a 12-inch for that. And then I did a vinyl single for Evil Never Dies, which was the Much of Madness, More of Sin, and Demon Chant. That was limited too, maybe 1,000 or something like that. But I kind of struggled to find the right vinyl distributor and right deal. Like recently, I wanted to do vinyl for Boogeyman Is Real, and I couldn't really get the right deal. A lot of these vinyl companies, they want to have the master of it, and then have not own the master, but like have the waves, and then you don't know if it's sold out or not, if they're repressing it and cutting you another check. They'll cut you a check up front and press the shit, but how am I going to tell if it's sold out in 2 weeks and then they pressed it up again? I don't get another check. You know what I mean? I can't. I don't see their books in inventory. So I'm kind of skeptical about that.
What about
if
tape?
I had
because I know tapes are cheap.
Yeah, tapes are cheap. I have to look into that. To be honest with you, I've never even delved into pressing cassette, so I don't even know what the rates are. You say it's cheap. I'm sure it's much cheaper than vinyl, but I just don't. I'd have to find the right contact or shop around for that. But yeah, I kind of would. Maybe I would press a limited 100 tapes, or maybe do something where I press up tapes and then add tapes to anybody who pre-orders on my website, the physical. If you pre-order the CD, you'll get a tape, something like that.
Yeah,
Being that they're
it's
cheap enough.
I know over the last few years, tapes among at least the underground hip hop community has become more and more popular.
Yeah,
And I
yeah,
think your sound would at the very least work on tape. And the artwork's
yeah,
really
yeah,
dope.
novelty.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a novelty item. I have an I Need Drugs tape. Necro had pressed I Need Drugs tapes back in the day. So, I mean, yeah, I something we could look into. And I really do want to press vinyl for this record because it does have that live vinyl feel. Like a record that should be on vinyl.
So where can people find you for people listening at home? Where can people stay up to date with current music?
You can go to, go any digital I'm on all digital platforms. Apple Music, my Spotify is there. You can find me all digital. Just look up Mr. Hyde, and you'll know it's me from the evil artwork. So there's a bunch of different Mr. Hydes that might get confused with me on digital, but my artwork is the rugged, crazy, metal looking artwork, and or horror looking artwork. And my Instagram is Mr. Hyde PLR. So it's just same thing for Twitter, Mr. Hyde PLR. It's the same handle. Same thing for Facebook. My official fan page on Facebook is Mr. Hyde PLR. So that's pretty much all my social medias. You can find me on YouTube. I have my own channel on YouTube. It's fairly new because I was listed. All my shit got listed under Mr. Hyde topic,
Yeah.
and that's confused with other Mr. Hydes. So you may hear a brutal, dope Mr. Hyde hip hop song, and then next you hear some European fucking weird shit. So, it's random. It's a crapshoot. So I was actually forced to make my own channel because a lot of my videos were getting released on Necro's channel. And then now at this point, I should have my own channel. So I took those videos and put them on my channel, it's got low subscribers because it's new. So I have like maybe only 2,000 subscribers on that channel, but it's growing. So all the future stuff will be put there. So just check for that. You'll see my logo in the description of the channel.
Awesome. Man, I can't thank you enough for taking the time out to speak to me here today. I appreciate it. I'd love to have you back on in the future whenever you do have new material to promote or go over. We can have another conversation then. I would love to. But yes, once again, thank you, and I appreciate it.
Yeah, sure, man. Shout out to Necro. Shout out to my wife, Sherry Rain, who also she's a solo artist as well. So when you check out the song Darkness, the new single, if you click on View Artist and you click on her, she has her own catalog. So it's pretty ill. And that's about it. Look out for that Bonnie and Hyde record and more singles and actually some more collabos in the works.
Perfect. Okay. You have yourself
All right.
a wonderful night. Thank you so
You too,
much.
Alex. Thank you.